Good afternoon, everyone. Kimberly Lebbing here, and I work with success-minded business owners, entrepreneurs, and professionals who are stuck or struggling, and they don't know how to fix it. And I have a 4-hour rapid results program that can fix their problem fast by shifting their minds so they can accelerate into their success. So today I want to talk about, can your business and your personal life really be separate? So physically speaking, practically speaking, they can be, of course. Your business may be separate from your home. Maybe you're working online and you have separate hours, you've set hours, and you're in an office space, at home or in a separate building, and it's really separate. You have separate bank accounts, you have separate debts. Everything about it is separate in most cases. But what I'm talking about today is it separate really emotionally, and how the two can really affect each other? So what most people don't realize is whatever is going on in your personal life is affecting your business. And I'll back it up. Maybe you do realize this, because a lot of times that people that I talk to do realize it, but they don't know what to do about it. But the reverse can be true. Whatever is going on with your business can also affect your personal life. And there's really no way to separate the two. We may think that we can, but we really cannot. So if you're stressed about your personal life, maybe you've gone through a divorce, maybe you've had a death in the family, maybe you're not getting along with your spouse, maybe you've had some things happen with your kids that you're dealing with. Whatever it may be, it will flow up into your business, however that is, and it's going to affect your ability to achieve your goals. So I worked with an accountant a few months back, and she had gone through a divorce. Her dad had died. She had all kinds of things that happened within 1 year. And the reason she came to me was because she wasn't consistent in her business. So she was letting things fall through the cracks and all kinds of things. It was affecting her health. She wasn't consistent in that either. She had all these things going on. But what we, figured out pretty quickly, honestly, it was very obvious with her, was that what was going on, or what had gone on in her personal life, was affecting her business. So all of that is connected. And another example, having the reverse, I'll go into more detail here. The reverse is also true. So if you are, look at my notes, if you are stressed about your business, because it's busy, or maybe you're overwhelmed, maybe it's not going as well as you would like it to. These are all things that can be a result of things that have happened in your personal life. So both problems can keep you stuck in behaviors that don't serve you professionally or business-wise. So another client that I worked with recently had a family-owned business, and with her and her husband, and she was really stressed about how her personal life was going. And what we discovered, her main problem was that she was saying she felt overwhelmed. She felt stressed, overwhelmed, constantly things coming in at her. And I know so many business owners can relate to that. And what we discovered in our digging, and she actually went through my 4-hour process, is a lot of the way she was reacting, not responding. She was reacting, not responding, was due to things that had happened in her personal life from the past. So these things were over, like the boundaries weren't there. So there's no way to separate those things, because if you're dealing with things in your personal life, there's no way to separate it from your business life, and vice versa. If you're really super stressed in your business, things are busy, things are going well, either they're going well or not going well, it's going to affect your personal life as well, because you may be short with your spouse. You maybe you're yelling at your kids. It's gonna show up in another area. Maybe you're stressed about money coming in. Maybe you're stressed about getting enough help, whatever it is. Maybe you're not present with your family in your personal life. Maybe you're on your phone, or you're dealing with business constantly to the point that you feel guilty about not being totally present with your family or your significant other. So do you see how these can affect each other? They both overlay. So many times people come to me because they have a problem in their business. I mean, that's probably the number one reason people come to me, is business first. Not the only reason. A lot of times people come to me because of relationship problems that they're dealing with. But business is usually it. Almost always goes back to something that's going on in their personal life that really needs to be dealt with. So it's crucial to get to the root cause of the problem. Like really, really asking yourself, why is this happening? What caused it? And getting to the root so you can fix it. Because until you do that, it's going to keep showing up. So the ways this can show up, I mean, with your family and with your spouse or your relationships, if you're stressed about your business and that's really weighing on you, you're probably going to be overreactive. You're probably going to be angry and short. And you're probably going to have some guilt about not being present with your family. If it's the reverse side, and it's your relationships that are lacking, a lot of times that there still can be guilt about what you're not doing or not contributing in your business that shows up in your relationships. I see with women specifically, I see a lot of guilt about running a business and not being there for the kids, and how that affects their ability to reach their goals. Or maybe it's not about their kids. Maybe it's about a family member or a parent even. It can be different people, but those stresses, those relationships, and there's a reason they're doing the things that they're doing. There's a reason for it. There's a reason why they keep doing the same action over and over and over again. It's all part of that programming that we got. We were probably really small, or maybe something happened to us along the way. So I see it over and over again. Whenever that guilt sets in, then they're not able to reach their goals. So it can show up in so many different ways. So a piece of the puzzle in fixing this problem, when you have something that's consistently showing up. So maybe you're inconsistent, like the accountant that I worked with. Maybe you're short with your spouse, like you're like just feeling irritated all the time or angry or something. That's something that you need to get to the core of if you're ever going to get over it and be able to move forward and actually reach your goals, whether your goals be business or they be relationships. So a key in this is identifying the problem. So what is the problem? Identifying it, and then taking it a step further. And so identifying the problem, like an easy thing to really drill it down, is asking yourself, okay, well, how is that a problem? So I have a whole series of questions that I go through with my clients. That's one of the many, but that I go through to help them identify really what the problem is. Then we discover where the problem started or what caused it. And sometimes that's really easy to identify, and sometimes that isn't. So if you're working this on your own, you can kind of look back, see if you can connect some dots together, because whenever you can connect some dots, then you can start working on fixing the problems so that you can move forward. And that's what I do in my 4-hour rapid results program. We go in, we identify it, we discover what caused it, and then we fix the problem. So if this is something that you have been struggling with, I'd love to talk with you. Just reach out to me. You can either comment below or send me a message, and I'd be happy to talk with you about it. Thank you so much for listening. Have a great rest of your day, and I will see you on the next video.